Hi again, it's Mariami from Shaman Essence with another one of my free videos. I'll try to keep it brief. This is going to be a great, it's just basic pedestrian self-healing. Actually, pedestrian is probably not the right word. It's a little bit more powerful than that. Where we're going to basically tap into our subconscious with truth statements. So the difference between truth statements and positive affirmations are, truth statements are positive, but they're something that are truthful and reachable for everyone. And we're going to be using some energy points that were created by Dr. Alex Loyd, who wrote the book, The Healing Code. And I started working with healing things from the subconscious and unconscious, first from a chiropractor I used to work with, Dr. Nancy McBride, and she did with me a lot what's called NET, which I found so powerful, tapping into an issue in which organ held which traumas, and sometimes it even went with me into past lives, which was very unusual but very common with me. Although these were, doctors and scientists, they had to be very open-minded, and they found that things were often occurred even before we were born. So what we're going to do today, just to try to stay on track, is I'm going to show you that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 energy points for healing, and we're going to use our fingers very lightly to project like a golden light, or just see a light coming out of our fingers, and anyone can do this. You can even do it for another person long distance, even without their permission. It's one of the few times you can do healing without other people's permission. But I really recommend working on yourself first before trying to change the world. We do amazing impact on our family, environment, ancestors, just by working on ourselves. So there'll be about 30 seconds per energy point, and then we'll be saying truth statements that you can say with me or record or listen to it again. And these are just very basic general ones that are really powerful and wonderful. So a good thing to start is to just rub your palms together, get some heat going. And we're going to come to the first energy point, which is at the third eye, and you're just going to project this light coming out of your fingers. I'm not actually touching my forehead. I've just got my fingers just like an inch or two away, and I can feel a little bit of heat coming out of the fingertips. So I am a person of worth, even if I have done wrong things, as everyone has. I am a person of worth, even if I have done wrong, as everyone has. Let me say it a third time. I am a person of worth, even if I have done wrong, as everyone has. And then I'm going to come to the next place. I'm worthy of forgiveness, just as everyone is. I am worthy of forgiveness, just as everyone is. I am worthy of forgiveness, just as everyone is. And if you feel any emotion, just release any judgment, any criticism. So the third point is just below the ears. I can change my life at any time today, just as people have done throughout history. I can change my life at any time today, just as people have throughout history. I can change my life at any time today, just as people have done throughout history. And then the fourth point is by the temples. If I change my life, I can have a great happy life that is the perfect one for me. So if I change my life, I can have a great happy life that is the perfect one for me. I can change my life. I can have a great life. I can have a joy-filled life, the perfect life for me. So you can change the words to suit you, as long as they're truthful. And we come back to the first point of the third eye. A great life will be living in the present moment, in love, as the best that I can. A great life will be living in the present moment, in love, as the best that I can. A great life will be living in the present moment, in love, as the best that I can. So this is the beginning of round 2. I'm going to come to the second point. I have that great life. I will have no regrets, which means peace no matter what my circumstances are. So I have a great life. I will have no regrets, which means peace no matter what my circumstances. Sometimes saying it a third time helps. So we keep this point for 30 seconds approximately. So it sometimes takes a few times to actually believe the truth. I have the great life. I have no regrets, which means peace no matter what my circumstances. And then there's 2 more points. So there's one more truth affirmation, and then the fourth one, the last point, you can choose your own. So if I have peace, I have very little stress, which means that I can have health, happiness to the maximum for me. So if I have inner peace, I will have very little stress, which means that I can have happiness to the max for me. And as I have inner peace, I have very little stress. This means health and happiness to the maximum. And then the fourth point, you can choose the one that you feel that maybe is not the one you resonate with strongest, or the one that you feel like doing again. So I'm a person of love. I'm a person of worth. Even if I've done wrong, everyone's done wrong. And then you do a third round. You go through these 4 points again. I'm worthy of forgiveness just like everyone is. I can change my life at any time, today, just as people have done throughout history. A great life will be living in the present moment, in love, as the best that I can. And I have a great life, and I have no regrets, which means peace no matter what my circumstances. And if I have peace, I have very little stress, which means health and happiness to the max for me. I'm worthy, I'm loved, I have inner peace. So that was an example of charging ourselves and our subconscious, unconscious, and unconscious, subconscious, and conscious mind with truth statements. Here I'm not going specifically into releasing traumas. This can be done as well. It's a really great book to look through and go online and download Dr. Alex Loyd's truth statements. He also has a 10-minute quiz where you can find out which issues you need to work on most and what energy systems in the body it affects, be it your skeletal system, your immune system, your muscular system, and so forth. It's really, really interesting, but it's nice to come into it lightly first, and I hope that was useful. The 4 energy points, the third eye, the throat, the base of the cranium here, and the temples. Thank you.